Hi guys, it's markabusi here and we're back with another song reaction, and today we are continuing our Ethel Cain journey through the Preacher's Daughter album by doing track number 2, which is American Teenager. We have previously just done Family Tree, and what I'm planning on doing is trying to kind of figure out the storyline for this, like, because it's a concept album, and we're going track by track, and I'm going to try and remember what the previous song was about and just piece together the story as we go on this journey, and kind of do it like so that by the end of it I'm either going to be bang on because I've remembered everything, or I'm going to be miles off base with what the actual story's about, and that could be quite amusing. So that's kind of how we're doing it. At the moment, if I remember rightly, the first song was all about her. She had been brought up in a deeply religious household, and as she grew older, she had rejected her religious upbringing and was at loggerheads with her family, and I think she had ran away, but I'm unsure about that last part. But I'm going to suggest that she's a teenager with no religion who has run away from her mum and dad, and yeah, there's like a crisis of faith type thing. So yeah, that's where I'm at. Let's go in, see what this next part's got to give us.
What I wouldn't give to be in church this Sunday,
Okay.
listening to the choir so heartfelt, all singing, God loves you, but not enough to save you. So baby girl, good luck taking care of yourself.
Okay. Couple of things. One, like, right, so she's went off on her own, and it seems like she's struggling a wee bit, and she's like, she would love nothing more than to have the comfort of being able to go to church and find like some kind of solace in that, but she just doesn't. It feels empty to her when she's there, so she's not getting the like what she needs from that. Secondly, there's got to be something about the fact that the way that they've done this with the font in this video is the exact same font as American football use on their album covers. So I assume that that's a reference to this is from like the Midwest, because American football is like really, really famous for having basically pioneered or made famous the Midwest emo genre, and that feels too deliberate to no be a reference to that. But musically, it's so much different that I feel like it is just about the Midwest section of it, which would also make sense with the whole kind of like kind of religious thing. I think the Midwest is quite religious. I could be wrong. I don't know enough about American geography to really say that with any kind of certainty, but seems that way.
so maybe it was his fault. Another red heart taken by the American dream. And I feel it there in the middle of the night when the lights go out and I'm all alone. Say what you want, but say it like you mean it with your fist for once. A long cold war with your kids in the front. Just give it one more day, then you're done. I do what I want, crying and bleachers, and I said it was fun. I don't need anything from anyone. It's just not my year, but I'm all good now. Sunday morning, bend over my knees and I run full of faces. I'm sorry if I sing the
Right, it's a wee bit difficult to make out the lyrics when it's so fucking drowned out in reverb. So if I'm missing parts of the story here, then I'm blaming that on the absolutely gorgeous production. But it seems like she's just describing a life of like a teenager who doesn't quite fit in anywhere. I think I don't know. I don't know. It's hard because it's like, especially when the chorus kicked in and it all just came in. Her voice was pretty washed out, like because everything was so reverby that you couldn't make out. Well, I couldn't make out any individual lyrics really, and I was genuinely trying. What I will say is, from like from a songwriting standpoint, songwriting standpoint is actually really, really poppy. It's got a lot in common with the way that Taylor Swift builds her songs, and the production is fucking huge sounding. It just seems to be she's whacked an intense amount of reverb onto every instrument and went, right, let's make it sound huge, but also really airy and spacey at the same time. And it's working for me. It's gorgeous, right? I can't make out what she's saying, but it's pretty fucking it's pretty bra. It's pretty bra to listen to. That's what is all I'm saying. Right, so I think the whole thing is about her going through a teenage rebellion, and she's talking about how, like, I think this song's detailing the time where she finally kind of actually rejects the religion because she wants to have that connection with God, but no matter what she does, anytime she's like left alone with it to actually sit and think about it, she feels like alone and empty. And I think she's just gone through that whole kind of like teenage adolescent thing where um she's becoming independent, but she's no like an adult, and she's trying to figure out what she thinks about the world. And I think it's kind of typical of a teenager to reject all the principles that your mum and dad give you, because you kind of need to like burn that shit to the ground to then build up your own set of values and principles. And at this point, she's like started drinking and rebelling because she's wanting to push things to see how that makes her feel. But everything that she's doing is still making her just feel empty, but she's not getting any kind of like fulfillment from God. So yeah, that's how I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it as like she's rebelling against her upbringing to try and find some kind of enlightenment that religion's just not giving her. Oh, that's nice. It's a nice wee bit of slide guitar.
I guess we just shoot until the cops come.
Yeah.
Right, I feel like I'm not going to go back into the story of it anymore because I feel like I've kind of covered that already. What I want to say is, what I really like about this song is, right, it kind of reminded me a lot of So High School by Taylor Swift. But the big difference between that and So High School is that in the production of it, this song still maintained its kind of indie and raw edge, which makes it so that it is quite poppy, and it's got that whole feel of, I want it to sound like a song from when I was a teenager on and like when I was at high school. It's like it's got that kind of vibe, like one of those kind of like early 2000 fucking teenage rom-coms, like 10 Things I Hate About You, that kind of thing. It's got that kind of vibe to it, but this one maintains a rawness and an edge to it that still then makes it so that it fits the rest of the album and doesn't feel like cheesy or anything like that, whereas So High School actually kind of stuck its landing for what it was trying to do a wee bit too well, so that it was actually just a fucking cheesy bad song. But like, because I hate that song, right? I'm sorry, but basically it's done the same kind of idea of, let's do like a kind of pop indie type catchy fucking song about youth, but one's done it where it still maintains its kind of an older, grittier perspective to it, whereas So High School was too, it was too on the nose. It went on. that was fucking gorgeous. Yeah. And I feel like at this point in the album, story-wise, she's just fleshing out the character a wee bit to just let you know what she was like as a person at the time before the story actually properly kicks in, which I feel is kind of important because you kind of need to know that kind of stuff. It gives context to what's going to come later. So that's where we're at with that. But yeah, guys, that was Ethel Cain with American Teenager. Let me know, are you interested in watching the continuation of this story? Because even if you're not, it's happening anyway. But it'd be nice if you were. That'd be kind of cool. Just saying. I've been markabusi, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.